You don't know nothing about me, so you're not gonna understand anything.
Of course, but I didn't understand that. It's good shot, man. It's not good performance. It's good shot. The fight was for what, like 1 minute.
You went 11 rounds with someone that's not a world-class fighter, so I dispatched him in 1 round. So that shows that I'm a world-class fighter. But at the end of the day, like, them accolades won't fight for you.
Last one of them, when they see me, they be Joe. No matter who it is. Yo, bro, no, I'm not your bro. I don't hang with no boxing people. All these fighters, they see me in person, they want to shake my hand, be Joe. I'm not playing with these. I really would put my hands on these guys. I'm not playing with y'all. No matter what y'all think or what y'all say on the internet, bro, don't play with me. I'm dead serious. I get like this. You feel me?
Boots, man, welcome to the pivot. You're in a place where everybody they put in front of you, you annihilate.
37-0, 32 knockouts. A lot of times fighters tend to get complacent.
If it get easy, get them out of there. In boxing, is anything can happen.
You said you can Floyd Mayweather and you can Tyson. Those are some big shoes to fill.
I feel like I can go in any fight and do whatever I want. I'm gonna go take them belts from them and show the world.
Channing told Bud there's a certain number you'd come back from.
You don't worry about what retired people do, but talk. It's the Boots era, he know. It's different over here, I'm trying to tell you.
He slipped up wanting to be Philadelphia famous instead of world famous.
My dad and my brothers, they created this monster. I really fight like all the three of them in one. I could have been in the streets. They kept me on the right path, kept my mind right, and that's why I'm here today. I'm glad I had the right family around me to push me.
What's the grind? Because you always hear get it from the mud. He was in the mud. you had 2 pair of homes.
Does Boots Promotion promote heavyweights?
Come on, you ready?
I got about 45 seconds of pure hell in him. And I'm gonna have an asthma attack, and I'm gonna throw up.
Okay, I'm caught. Here is how I have to react.
If you get hit, you gotta be in mindset like, I don't feel it. Don't get hyped, don't panic. Don't go crazy, because you're gonna get it back eventually.
I just got hit in my face.
You gotta work on your defense. You don't want to get hit.
I need to stay calm, and I don't need to panic. And she don't punch me in the mouth.
You want to be the face of boxing?
I am the face of boxing.
Simple as that.
How will you know when your time in boxing is over?
Yeah, you gotta have the skills and ability, but you gotta have the mindset too. You gotta know in your mind that you gonna do everything you say, believe in yourself, believe in your work ethic. It definitely shaped me as a person, and that's something that I don't want to feel ever again. I'm not gonna ever feel it again.
No, Shanika Johnson, I'm coming for you and for my belts again.
It's gonna be fun. I'm used to this. I love bodies. Love tall people. Got a good bag for you. Saturday, good bag for you. It's about 80 inches, 82 inches. No, I'm on weight right now. We can hit the scale. Where you at? You got like 35 pounds? Like 74 right now?
You get along with some people we don't. That's fine.
He's no caliber of his daddy.
Now you're mad at yourself. You're not even mad at him. You're mad at yourself. Now I say how it is.
It's gonna be a battle of mental in there, I think.
Even though he's not fighting a champion, Tim Tszyu ain't a tune-up.
Me, I think a one-sided fight.
Errol Spence is gonna come, and we're just both gonna bang on in the middle. This is fine. the magnitude of it, I think this is for the Aussies.
He is Mr. I don't take snaps.
Giddy up, gotta go. Steady put on for the 2 and 4. Triple D jealousy should've known that we sip on that drink, no we steady bold. Straight out of 10, shit get hectic. Look at the sun before coming down. One with the 7, just 17 with a whole lot of motherfucking water now. Check out the boots when I step, you don't want me to step on your face and take away your taste. I got some partners clutch on murder weapon, that little 6-shot when I leave a trace.
Who's the face of Zuffa Boxing?
I mean, that's clear as day. I am the face of Zuffa Boxing. I am the best fighter on the team, and I feel like now Zuffa gonna take over the sport of boxing with me.
What's poppin', everybody? It is late. Mother is sorry. I wasn't even gonna come on here tonight, but honey, when I seen that Vergil interview, God, Lord have mercy, with Chris Mannix, I said, emergency family meeting. This boy is crazy. We got to set him right on straight. And since I'm here, we might as well talk about some of them fights last night, because, Lord, there was so many. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I did not watch all them doggone fights. It was like 3 cards on, child. It gave mother just such a headache. But nevertheless, we're going to get into some of those. We're going to see what's happening, what's next for some of these boys. We're going to talk about our upcoming fights next weekend. I told y'all I'm on this EJ tip. I'm really trying to see how he looking, what he got going on, what we going to do with all of that. But first, there's a couple of things I want to talk about. Nothing extra that we didn't already talk about yesterday, but it was some stuff that I did see that I did want to mention. So we're going to just do a little bit of news. The first thing that I have to say first that I did want to mention that I saw pretty much everywhere today, such a sad story. So boxer Hannah Rapp, she was 26 years old. She was an MVP fighter. She passed away on Saturday, actually, after being hit by a car while riding her bike with her boyfriend. Now, from what I understand, the driver has been arrested and charged with manslaughter. They're saying that he clipped her and then backed up over her. So, they want him charged with murder. As of right now, he's only being charged with manslaughter. Of some of y'all, I know a lot of y'all don't really follow female boxing, but her last fight was against Tiara Brown back in June. She did come up short, obviously, making her record 8-1-1. But Tiara Brown, she had some very moving words to say about her. Just, basically how she was a really good dance partner in that ring, and her prayers go out to the family and mine too. This is so tragic when stuff like this just happens out of the blue. I'm not sure what that driver was thinking, but I definitely do hope that they get justice and her family finds peace. So that's definitely the first thing that I wanted to say. It's very sudden and very shocking, but I know MVP had put out some statements. A couple of other boxers that I guess knew her put out some statements. Obviously, people are furious, at the driver, of course, and I'm pretty sure that her family is devastated. So I definitely did want to bring that to you guys, and just a real quick moment of silence for her and, her family. Hopefully she's resting in peace and they can just, they get justice and be able to pick up the pieces that she left. I'm pretty sure to her family, she was everything. That's like most of us, to our families. May not mean much to everybody else in the world, but to our families, it may mean a lot. So hopefully she rests in power for sure. And I do hope that, this man definitely gets sentenced to the maximum that the law will allow. Not sure if he was under the influence or what. They didn't really mention it in the article, but just that he hit her and then kind of backed up over her. I'm going to try and get some more information on it. But I did want to bring that to everybody's attention. She's like the second or third one that we talked about in like the latter months. I remember the last young lady, she was like in a coma or something like that. I think she actually pulled through though. But shout out to Hannah Rape and her whole family, and her whole entire family. Just a bit of sad news, but I did want to make sure I did mention that on my show. Jack Catterall, okay, he is tired of you people playing with him. He is giving he funny. So obviously he's the WBA, mandatory challenger, and he wants the winner of Rolly versus Tszyu, okay? And he is giving them until November, honey. He ain't playing. He said y'all got until November to decide who fight me. Okay, so Jack Catterall is not playing. He is looking to get in that, and as we know, he was the mandatory prior to this whole debacle when Rowley and Devin were going back and forth. They had the two mandatories. Remember, they fought each other. So Jack Catterall is not playing. He on their heels. Whoever wins that fight, he said he wants a part of them. So, okay, Jack Catterall, we see you. Something interesting. We're gonna dig a little bit deeper into this a little later in the show. But I did want to mention this because Eddie, he just can't stop talking. So Eddie seems to think that Conor Benn will not have a chin or any power at 147. Obviously, seeing as how Conor Benn has not made 147 in years, he thinks that this is a bad idea. And personally, I don't know if he's gonna make that 147. We're gonna talk about it, but I just thought that was interesting that Eddie said that, because I personally don't think so either. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure why he would even agree to that when he just fought it, like I think it was like 150 or something like that with Regis Prograis. So I'm not even sure if he's gonna make that weight. Hopefully he does, and we still have a fight. Something else interesting that I saw, but we're gonna get into that in a little bit. Something about their little poster that I thought was really, really interesting. So I thought that was like, we'll see what happens with all of that. We'll see how that goes. But I told y'all about Oscar and them, and there's another question that has come up that people are now asking Eddie Hearns. Is he protecting Diego Pacheco based on that fight? Now, last night, y'all told me that Diego Pacheco, honey, was ready. Y'all said he ready for anything and everything. Okay, so we're gonna go over that too, because I want to see what the hell y'all talking about. I want to know what y'all talking about. I don't have a lot of clips in those fights because y'all know how they play with Mother. They be trying to strike Mother down in the street, honey. So we got a few, not many. So don't blink because you might miss them. Okay, because I don't know the length. I still ain't played with that whole thing yet, and all of that's their food. I know damn well y'all. Did y'all hear me? Well, could y'all hear me this whole time? Lord have mercy, Jesus. Did y'all hear what I said? Anything? Did y'all hear me at all? Because I was just talking to. Yeah, I was praying for her family for sure. So I don't know, but let me see. Let me just say what's up to everybody. I don't know if y'all even heard me. I was just talking for 5 whole minutes. I hate when I do that. I be pressing a little button on my microphone, and it doesn't even make a sound or nothing. It just goes off, and I don't even notice it. It annoys me the hell out of me. But anyway, hey Ken, what's up, baby? Hey kitty girl, sexy Kendra, Big Dre, what's popping? Nigerian Nightmare, what's up? Yeah. So listen, I don't know if y'all heard my whole little spiel, but I did yeah, what's up? I did mention you know, we can hear you. Okay, so you didn't hear me before. What part did y'all not hear anything? It was only like a minute. I thought I was no, it wasn't you, it was me. I'm so sorry. I keep pressing this damn button. It's so sensitive. I gotta like mount this somewhere or something. I gotta like really look down at the microphone and see if it's red, then I know that I'm muted. But whatever. I talked about Hannah Rapp and what happened to her, and hopefully her family gets the resolutions that they're looking for. And then obviously I went into Jack Catterall wanting the winner of Rolly and Tszyu. He's giving them till November to get their shit together and make a decision on who's going to fight him. Okay, he is the WBA mandatory challenger, so he is looking to get in the ring with one of them, whoever wins that particular fight. And then I talked about how, oh, you heard most of it? Okay, good. Because I'm about to say, I talked about how Eddie is protecting Diego Pacheco, because I was asking y'all last night during the fight, I was acting like Diego Pacheco was some sort of world beater. So I need to know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? We're definitely gonna see what transpire. Hey, Rico from what is that? From Naptown. Hey baby, how you doing? Hey. I'm so sorry. I know y'all like Jasmine do not come on Sunday and she late. I know, right? Like I'm a damn vampire. But I told y'all, I seen that clip from Vergil Ortiz and I just was like, I'm finna crash out. Let me go talk to the people and see what the hell going on. Cause honey, he done lost his damn mind with his fraudulent self. Hey Des, how you doing? At your Ben still. Okay, all right. So that's fine then. So good. Cause y'all ain't missing nothing. I was just saying basically how Eddie was saying he don't think that Conor Benn is gonna have a chin, or any type of punching power at 147, seeing as how Conor Benn hasn't made 147 in years. So I thought that was interesting. Like I said, we're gonna talk about that too. Because I'm interested to see what y'all think about that. And then I asked y'all, because a lot of people were saying that is he protecting Diego Pacheco? Now, that is obviously, people's perception of the situation, and we can get into that. If he looks better underneath Buddy McGirt, which obviously he should, you know what I'm saying? But we will tell, in my opinion, when he steps it up in competition, right? Because I still don't think that he's at the highest level that he can be, and maybe that's for a reason, right? So we'll see, like I said, how they maneuver him. He's ranked pretty high, number 3 in the WBO, number 4 in the WBC, 7, I think, in the WBA, and then number 12 in the IBF. So we'll see how, what path Eddie takes for him. That'll let me know if Eddie think he really liked that, or if we in some sort of matchroom protection program, because Eddie Hearn will do that. And we know that. So we're not even going to play these little games. Like Eddie Hearn won't put you in a protection program, because he absolutely will. So that was just couple of the questions that I had. And then I was just giving shout out to the winners. Like I said, Diego and Andy and Chop and Alberto Puello won his fight last night. Something weird happened with Aleem, didn't it, y'all? I'm going to play this real quick, because I was like, what in the heezy for sheezy? His little elbow bust open or something. That was so weird to me. Hold on, is this the clip?
There's a heavy jab and a nice right hand behind it.
No, that's the homie Chop. That's the homie Chop. Y'all was stunting and fronting on him, boy. I'm trying to tell y'all. But let me see Aleem in his arm, because he had like a bicep come up in his arm or something. It looked very creepy. I was like, what happened? So he stopped his own damn fight. I don't know what was going on with all of that, but he had stopped his own fight. Something happened. It looked creepy too. Where did it go? I thought I uploaded that, because I sure did download it. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. When I looked at his arm, because I was like, what is he showing? Who was that? Thomas? I forget the ref name. I'm not fond of him, honestly. I'm not really fond of him. All the fights he ref, I'll be side-eyeing him to death, because I'm not very fond of him. But I did see it. I was like, oh, that looked like it hurt. So I don't know if the bicep went back up in his arm when he tried to throw the hook, or what happened. It was just craziness, madness, I tell you, madness. But I have some clips from Dana that I want to go over. You know what? I'm exhausted with these people. I'm not even gonna lie to you. With this whole Zuffa madness thing, and then it's like we're gonna talk about it. But Diego Pacheco, let's stay with him for 1 second, right? He did what he had to do, I guess, against Emmanuel Aleem, right? A lot of people have been punching on Emmanuel Aleem, so whatever. It it wasn't the explosive like highlight reel, you know what I'm saying, that I think a lot of casuals would have wanted. But it was definitely, he seems very controlled. Maybe that's what Buddy helped him develop, some kind of control. Maybe Buddy is doing a specific job, you know what I'm saying? He's not rushing him. Pacheco seems to be maybe maturing, with like his ring generalship looks like it's improving a little bit. So maybe he's methodically building his trajectory, towards like a world title or whatever. But I feel like even when I went back, I was like, he's fighting a little cautious to me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. He still has a lot to do, in my opinion, to prove that he's not just hype. To me, beating up Aleem ain't really gonna cut it, and that's because of a couple of reasons that I already named. That people already beating up on him, so it's not really like I'm that impressed. But I want to see him against maybe like an Mbili or what I'm saying, a Shiraz or what I'm saying, guys like that, to see what he really has. You know what I'm saying? He needs a test, honestly, that changes his career, right? A fight that makes sense, but can give him what he's looking for. So I know that Eddie mentioned a few names when he was talking to, let me see, is this the one?
You know Canelo very well. Right now in the ring, somehow they mentioned Canelo. You want to put him in with Canelo before Munguia? Is that your idea?
I think, look, really the aim is to come back here at this. By the way, I think this venue is one of the best venues in boxing, right? The problem you have is it's 90 degrees for most of the day. Yeah. And you start the boxing at 2:30. It's hot, like everyone's up in the bar, no one really wants to sit outside in the blazing sun. It feels like you should really be starting boxing here at like 7 p.m. But of course with the time zones for broadcast, that's not possible. So, I think we come back here in November. We like the Resendez fight. We like Bruno Saras, who had a great fight with Jaime Munguia. But these are fights that, are before or instead of Jaime Munguia. If Jaime Munguia comes out and says, November, December, let's go, I think we've got a tough decision, because really, we made that decision to wait and work on ourselves. We'd probably like one more in November time. But if the Munguia fight came, maybe he jumps at it. But, when I talk about Canelo Alvarez, I don't think Canelo Alvarez is looking at Diego Pacheco right now. But I know those guys consistently look at who are the options, right? And if he beats Mbili, which I think is a very tough fight, who are the options? The options are Hamza Shiraz, really. I think that's another fight that he could take. I'm obviously not going to fight Jaime Munguia. Diego Pacheco. He's 25 years old. He'll be 27-0 by then. I think Canelo would look at Diego as a good opponent for himself. I think he knows it's a tough fight, but I think he'd think he'd win that fight, and he'd think he's a young Mexican-American. It makes sense. So that's to come. Yeah. That's 3-4 fights away for us. But I like what I see, and I like Diego Pacheco. I think he's a great kid. He's a great family man. He's got a beautiful daughter. I mean, he really works tirelessly every single day. Doesn't go out, doesn't mess around. He's just got to keep believing in himself. And I think Buddy McGirt will play a big part in that.
Okay. So I'm assuming that that's the interview that sparked this particular comment, right? I think that maybe he's right when it comes to Canelo, because Canelo, let's be honest, is in the back half of his career. I don't know if he's looking to be in any more wars. Honestly, I don't know how many more wars Canelo even has in him, if we're being honest. I think Canelo is strictly on a let me rob the bank basis right now, or maybe not, because the Mbili fight, as Eddie said, may not be an easy fight for Canelo. Let's be honest, Canelo struggles with boxers, guys with good head movement, good foot movement, things like that. So maybe Mbili will be a difficult fight for him. But if you are as flat-footed as Canelo, I'm gonna put my money on Canelo every time. Just given what he's proven to me over the years, that he has a chin of stone, and that he's never been stopped, he's never been dropped, he's never been any of those things. So, and he's been known to hurt people. So that if for no other reason other than that, I still gotta rock with Canelo. I think, like I said, he's in the back nine of his career, but I'd still put him up against some of these other guys and even pick him to win. So that is the question, right? Like, is he protecting Pacheco? Because you heard him say that's like 3-4 fights down the road. Obviously, he wants to give him time to mesh with his new trainer, Buddy McGirt. He's been with Buddy for a while now. I think he switched to Buddy last year or the end of last year or something like that. So it takes a while to mesh with a new trainer, right? So we will see as he continues to progress, and if he progresses and moves forward, who he will choose. Munguia maybe, or Bruno Shiraz. I heard him say Shiraz. I don't know why I thought he said Hamza Shiraz. That's my fault. But he said Bruno. I'm pretty sure he don't want him in there with Hamza, not just yet. But that makes me wonder, right? Because Diego Pacheco is what? 26-0, 27-0, almost 30-0. You know what I'm saying? So why, Yoda? Why? Anyway, 27-0, 28-0, whatever the case may be. If he's not ready now, when will he be? When Canelo damn about to retire? You know what I'm saying? So it's just little stuff like that that stick out to me, and I'm assuming that stuck out to whoever it was that did the interview, because that was a question that they asked. Is Eddie Hearns protecting Diego Pacheco? So y'all can let me know what y'all think. I mean, obviously Eddie wants to maximize his product, which is what everybody in business wants to do. They want to get the most bang for their buck. They don't want to put their guys in dangerous situations too early. Like, listen, these guys know who their fighters can beat and who they can't. Don't let them fool you. They know who their fighters can beat and who their fighters cannot beat. You know what I'm saying? They may not want to come out publicly and say it, but deep down they know. And we're gonna build more towards that as we get to Vergil Ortiz. But I'm just kind of setting a foundation. They know, right? So it's up to him. He's saying he wants Canelo. Obviously, that's a big money fight. Everybody knows Canelo is the money at 168. But can you realistically beat Canelo? A lot of people would think because Diego Pacheco was younger, he may have the chance to beat Canelo. I don't know if he has the punching power. I don't know if he has the ring IQ, because Canelo, for whatever, Canelo is still Canelo. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure that that he has what it takes to get the job done. Now, if he just, if Buddy McGirt can teach him how to pivot, get out the way, you know what I'm saying, put a couple combinations together and move around, he probably could win on points. But I definitely wouldn't exchange with no damn Canelo. I just wouldn't do that. And I know people are saying, oh, Bud wasn't afraid of his power. Everybody ain't Bud. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know. Benavidez or Monstro being the face of Mexico. Yeah, Kitty. I mean, we've come to that conclusion. You see, they done punked Canelo off of his Mexican holidays. You got now Conor Benn and Ryan Garcia fighting on September 12th. You know what I'm saying? Mexican Independence. Isn't that Mexican Independence Day? They done took Canelo's little holidays, child. So you know what time it is with all of that, But for whatever reason, he still does have a hardcore fan base, right? He still has a lot of support from his community. So he still does big numbers. Canelo is still a huge gate seller, regardless, you know what I'm saying, of his last loss. So he still got that gate on lock, for whatever reason. And speaking of fake Mexicans, now I don't know if y'all saw this damn press conference between Conor Benn and Ryan Garcia, honey. Talk about a hot ghetto mess. Let me tell you something. These fools, we're going to get into it. But, I found the video of Aleem's arm. See his arm? Look at it. It looked funny, don't it? You can see like when he threw it, it looked like, oh my goodness. Oh, they about to close up on it. Look at that. What in the heezy for shizzy? Let me run that back. So it was when he threw the hook. He noticed something was wrong with his arm. He's trying to keep from hitting him again. And he's like, what the hell is going on with his arm? And then you see the referee. I don't know what he thought he was about to do. Look at it. Oh my God, look like a big ass mosquito bite. So anyway, they called that particular fight. I'm gonna look into that and see like what happened with all of that, because I really don't know. That was very interesting to me. Yeah, it looked like it hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Yeah, that is nasty business, aircraft. That's very nasty business. But listen, things like that happen, right? Like, so we know that stuff like that happens to these guys. Somebody got their jaw broke, I think, yesterday too, on bare knuckle. It was a lot of fights going on, and mother couldn't peek up at everything. So so I had to just, whatever. But I'm all over the place. Sorry, y'all. But the upcoming fights, we know we still got next week. We still got EJ and Tim Tszyu. And we're gonna talk about that. And then obviously we know we have the Zuffa card with these boys, Edgar Berlanga versus Stephen Butler, and then Richardson Hitchens versus Ricardo Salez. Now listen, I happen to catch some of Salah's training clips, and I want y'all to tell me, is Edgar Berlanga not Edgar Berlanga, is Richardson Hitchens in trouble? Is this the clip?
Boxing 9 is coming in New York City. Watch me, Sergey.
Yes, we are winner by technical knockout.
Open up the main card.
Sergey, the tech is on. Here again.
I'm bugging. That's not his opponent. That's what you call his opponent. Lord have mercy. That's not Richardson Hitchens' opponent. That's what's that little boy? What's that baby name? I forget his name. But anyway, he's fighting on that card too. Richardson Hitchens, he did, they had the press.
9 is coming in New York City.
What the hell? Richardson Hitchens and them had their press conference. But those are the last two fights for the month that I've seen. We know that next week is the EJ card and also the Edgar Berlanga headline card with Richardson Hitchens as the co-main event. So we will definitely see. And then us, on that card with EJ next week is Stephen Fulton. I'm very interested. Yeah, that's Hackett's opponent. Thank you. I couldn't think of that little baby name for nothing. But yes, that is Hackett's opponent. I saw that aircraft. I when I was looking for some clips of the fights last night, I saw that. I was like, why do Victor Ortiz listen? These boys, I guess, when they still want to fight, but maybe they can't get clearance to do boxing anymore or whatever. He did that bare knuckle thing. His eye was jacked up. I mean, jacked all the way up. I was like, oh my God, why are they doing this? Y'all remember how Paulie Malignaggi looked? Paulie Malignaggi looked crazy when he did the bare knuckle. Didn't he have like his face rearranged? You know what I'm saying? Listen, it's so many fights, Big Dre. Give me a pass, man. Jesus. Yes, it is Jaleel Hackett's. Well, listen, let's watch the whole thing and y'all tell me is Jaleel Hackett in trouble, child? Because I was watching it like, this man looked like he mean business.
Boxing 9 is coming in New York City. Watch me, Sergey.
Yes, we are winner by technical knockout.
Open up the main card.
Sergey, the tech is on. Here again. Pacheco. Look at that. And hard shots the body. He is fired
up. See you on July 26th. Buy your ticket now.
Listen, I don't know. I couldn't pick it up. Somebody tell me in the chat, is he Russian or Yugoslavian? His accent seems more like Yugoslavian or something like that. But when I heard his voice, I was like, he reminded me like Rocky IV with the Russian. I was like, oh my goodness. He's Ukrainian. Okay. Yeah, aircraft. I'm not either, baby. I'm not either. But you know what? I support him because I like their movement. I like the little father-son. I like most of the father-son duos, except the ones that do too much. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But bare knuckle is a little bit too brutal for me. So I don't really watch it. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't really watch it, but I did happen to see it on my timeline, and I was like, damn, poor. I was like, oh, Victor looked crazy. So we will see. We'll see what happens with Hackett next week. But I tell you what, they keep on giving him some tough opposition. He be going, I don't know, man. He be looking like he going life and death in there. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see what's going on with all of that. But I did see that. I do want to talk a little bit about this press conference between Conor Benn, Ryan Garcia, and then what this weight means. Obviously we saw that, Ryan is now saying that he is going to be suing Deb. Okay, just fine. Let's get into it. Y'all done drag me here. Let's get to it. Okay, so that's not the one I wanted to show y'all. The one I wanted to show y'all actually where they started, well, Ryan anyway, started speaking fake Spanish, child. It was hilarious to me. I was like, what the hell Ryan Garcia got going on? Apparently he don't know Spanish. So I don't know what happened or how that happened, but apparently he don't really know Spanish. So we're gonna see. I know Dana was earning that money because they was definitely pretending to want to get at each other. But while I'm uploading that, because I thought I uploaded it, but I guess I didn't. While I'm uploading that, let's just shift gears to whose fight is this?
Heavy jab and a nice right hand behind it. And Alameda feeling these shots already. Chop Gonzalez with a hard body shot. And Alameda is in agony.
That's the body work that Chop has been working on, Sergio. I don't know if Alameda's going to get up here.
That's the right hand to the body. That's the final dagger.
Chop. Let's see who he won next.
You said you wanted to fight either Shushu or Divino?
Yes, sir.
If you could pick one of the two, which one would you?
Whichever one gives me opportunity first. We're not here to pick and choose, you know? Whichever one Top Rank says, hey, this guy needs an opponent, sign me up. We're there.
What y'all think? Y'all think he could go up and y'all think he can get in there with Shushu? I'm just asking. I mean, look, it's a lot. The thumbnail. Listen, and we listen. We're gonna get to Vergil. I'm kind of all over the place, but we're gonna get to Vergil. Who do I want to go next? So I got my little baby, cause I seen his knockout too. Do I have Andy up here? I seen his knockout, and honey, let me tell you something. Andy Cruz gonna give him hell at 130. I don't know why he's going back down to 130, but he definitely gonna give him hell. I'll tell you that much. He seems like, that move to Philly. I don't know if he lives in Philly or not now. I'm just saying that move to go over there and work with Boots' father, Bozy, was a good move for him. I will say this though, Andy Cruz is 65 years old. Okay. Andy Cruz is 65 years old. Stop playing with me, Geico. Shushu is Bruce Carrington. Stop it. Y'all don't like Shushu? Come on, man. Why y'all don't like Shushu? I like Shushu. I think now, honest, he needs to step it up. Shushu needs to step it up just a little bit, because at this stage in the game, he is on a little bit of the older side. He's older than most of the guys pretty much in that division. But, from what I understand, he started late. So we shall see. You know what I'm saying? But I like Shushu. I think he brings I think he brings charisma to the game, and he got a lot of heart. You know what I'm saying? And he could box. Shushu nasty with it. He needs to step it up. Hopefully he gets some of these guys with some names in the ring with him, and then he can solidify himself. But I like Shushu. I think Shushu could fight, yo, for real. So I don't know why everybody has a problem with Shushu Carrington, but mother personally, she likes Shushu. So, but I want to bring some attention to what Cam just said, because I'm tripping off that too. So there's 42 people in here, and there's only about 24 likes. So I'm gonna need y'all to get my likes up. That number's been the same for a minute, so obviously you're continuing to enjoy the content. It's free. Hit the like button. Okay. If you feel like donating, you can do that too. But at least do what's free if you're going to watch the content. Smash the like button. You don't got to come out the bushes. But please show some respect to the content you're watching and smash the like button. Now, as we go into this fake Spanish, because Ryan ain't saying that. Well, what he said was SMD basically in Spanish. See, I know more Spanish than Ryan. What he said in Spanish was basically SMD. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what he got going on, but the back and forth between the two of them was hilarious. I was confused at first though, because I was like, what's up with Connor's hair? Why is his hair this color? And Connor, if I'm being honest, Connor does look a little small. Listen, all right, let me just play the clip. Yeah, y'all, listen. Smash my like button. It doesn't cost you a penny. All right, we're missing like 20 likes. That's crazy. Smash the like button so we can continue with the show. Hey, Sharp Baby. I saw that. I didn't know if it was real or not. I hope not. I hope not. I don't know if Adrian Broner is ready to get back in the ring. I like the progress he's making. I like the dedication that he's showing. I really, really do. I was like, damn, maybe you really turned that around. Like, he stopped drinking just like that. He started, I'll be seeing him on their little stream. He's eating better. You know what I'm saying? He's working out. So you could tell that he's honestly serious. I don't know how serious Dean the Great is. I see that Dean has a fight. I did see that. I didn't know that AB was going to be fighting as well, but I did see that Dean the Great has a fight. Y'all know, listen, and for as long as I've had this channel, which ain't been long, like maybe a little over a year, I've always said I love me some AB, right? Like, AB is very charismatic to me. He just seems like a really solid person when he puts his demons to the side. He don't look like he's a nigga that carry himself with no malice intent or nothing like that. So I've always really supported AB. Even when he, like, I say that even to this day. I got the clip of him, talking on the phone to his baby mother that I just find hilarious. I've always fucked with AB, and I know a lot of people like, oh, AB, da-da-da. I'll always rock with AB, yo. Win, lose, or draw. I'll always rock with AB because I just like him, his personality. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that's all you need. With somebody just to feel your personality. He just seems genuine to me. So I could never knock him. Now, how they treat women that are over there and that they deal with, they need Jesus. But just him seeming malice and all of that, no. And I never liked Dean the Great, but I've always respected the fact that he was able to put AB in a position to where AB can make money to support his family. So I've always respected him for that. But AB, Dean the Great, I've always honestly thought he was a clown. I'm just going to be honest. I've always thought that Dean the Great was a clown. I respect the fact that he put AB in position to, get back to taking care of his family and doing certain things like that. But anything other than that, I can't get jiggy with that shit. Especially since you lost to Emiliano Vargas and you pulled a Devin Haney and went and got that shit off your record. I can't rock with stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, hey Ray, how you doing, baby? Yeah, I just can't rock with shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But it is what it is. I didn't know that hey Tank baby, how you doing? I didn't know that they both had fights. I just thought that it was Dean the Great. So I'm gonna watch because I support AB. and all his foolishness. I've always rocked with AB, yo. I know a lot of people don't like him for whatever the reason, but I've always rocked with AB, yo. AB, he alright with me, man. He got his demons like everybody else, but I've always rocked with AB, yo. I see how he just seems genuine to me, like he's a genuine person. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely, when he looked like when he can take care of his family, he does with no hesitation. So I can't be mad at the man for that. You know what I'm saying? Now, what they got going on over there with all that foolishness, I see that he stopped the drinking and all of that. So I know he can stop. I know he can get serious. So how can I knock him? You know what I'm saying? I can't knock nobody for that. Like, come on. I definitely can't knock anybody for trying to do the right thing. Whether or not he's succeeding, you know what I'm saying? Because we all fall down. Whether or not he's succeeding, I don't know. But I know that he's trying. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think he did. I know that little fool he run with got a fight coming up. Dean the Great, it looks like he got a fight coming up. But I don't know if AB got anything going on. I hope not, because honestly, I don't want to see him back in the ring. I think Maidana pretty much beat the fight out of him, and I'm not even trying to be funny. I think that's it for him. It is what it is. Yeah. I knew that Dean the Great, if that's what y'all niggas want to call him, he has a fight coming up. But I'm not really that interested because I don't really like that little nigga. But I did see that. I saw they had Krishan over there with them too, you know, and I know that she had some issue with some of the stuff that was going on. I see a lot of that back and forth online. But you know, I don't know. She seems to be very friendly with AB, and so we'll see. You know, we'll see. I know she has a fight coming up too, so who knows? They all got a lot going on, if you ask me. But let's see. Did I play this fake Spanish shit? Oh no, let me play the fake Spanish, and then we're gonna because this is ridiculous. That is not it. I just played that same one. Where in the world? It was one where they was up there speaking. Oh, here it is. No, Ryan was speaking fake Spanish, and I think Conor Benn was actually speaking Spanish. But I don't know. I can't it's like so loud in there I can't really tell, but from their press conference it looked like things got heated, but you know a lot of that could be putting on for their camera. But I really wanted to talk about basically the weight of Conor Benn, if he's going to successfully make 147 pounds, being as though he hasn't made that weight in quite a few years. So it's going to be very interesting to me to see if in fact he makes that weight and how he looks at that particular weight. I know he has until September, obviously. Ryan looked kind of, I don't know. We'll see how much he weighs. Ryan, he's always been a big boy to me. Ryan's always been a big boy. Conor Benn obviously looks a little smaller than Ryan Garcia. Just from like I'm talking about like mass and stuff. Ryan Garcia looks a little bit more I don't know, sturdy. Conor Benn gonna make his make him an American name, child. He gonna make him a damn American name, so we gonna see. We definitely gonna see what's cracking. I don't know who I got in this particular fight because if I'm being honest, for all Ryan's nonsense and as I guess commercially popular he is, he not that skilled. You know what I'm saying? If I'm being honest, Ryan ain't that damn skilled. I like his charisma, you know what I'm saying, but he's not that skilled. I feel like Conor Benn not that good either. You know what I'm saying? But it's all gonna be about Ryan's definitely faster than him for sure, and Ryan definitely has a more of a boxing pedigree than he does because Ryan's been boxing for what's all his life pretty much. Why he ain't really got that much better, but he's been boxing all his life. Versus Conor Benn. Now the drug testing, I don't know what's going on over there. Obviously he's the WBC champion. Yeah, I think he's the WBC champion. So I know that they are on the clean boxing program. So he does have to do drug testing. I'm talking about Ryan. But Conor Benn is over there with Zuffa, and we really don't know what type of testing protocol that those boys are on. So we have to see what happens in this particular fight. Now, I will say this. Ryan Garcia, he seems to be, I don't know, Ray Davis. I'm not gonna say that because y'all I'm not gonna call them the battle of the PED failures. What I will say is this: eggs versus ostarine. So y'all just not gonna behave at all today. So y'all just
Ryan, calm down. You're having one of them little episodes. Calm down. I know you're getting all excited. I know you're getting all excited, but I'll come over there and smack them glasses straight off your face. You understand? You understand? I'll come over there and smack them glasses straight off your face. That's what I'll do. Sitting there.
You won't do shit. I promise you won't do shit. I promise you won't do shit.
Who won't do shit? Who won't do shit? Who won't do shit? Who won't do shit? Yeah, who won't do shit? Who won't do shit? Cool. Wait till I smash you up. Wait till I smash you up and make you quit. Wait till I smash you up and make you quit.
Yeah, why?
Make you quit.
Hey, you won't make it a fight.
Prove it.
Prove it. You won't make it a fight.
Prove it. You quit.
You won't make it a
You
fight.
quit. You have no heart. You're not meant to come, bro. You're not meant to come, bro. You ain't got the heart. Yo tengo huevos más grandes que tú, cabrón. En la vela, de las velas. ¿Qué vas a hacer? ¿Qué vas a hacer? ¿Qué vas a hacer tú, cabrón? ¿Qué vas a hacer? ¿Hacer algo? Si tú no vas conmigo para Londres, pendejo. Pendejo, vas conmigo para Londres, tú ya lo sabes. I'm just...
thank y'all. Thank y'all so much because I was damn sure going on a rant. Now, I know fake Spanish when I hear it. Okay. You said Ryan weighs more than 159 pounds. Well, it doesn't matter. He has until September. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll see what happens from there. But can y'all hear me now? Y'all can hear me now, right? Because I see my volume back up, my thing moving again. So it has to be the volume back up. And thank y'all so much because y'all know mother would have sat here and talked for 100 years with no damn sound. But I found the clip that I was talking about at AB that I found so funny.
I'm gonna tell you the truth, baby. What, bitch? The numbers in my account has changed. You can't talk to me a certain way.
Bitch, please.
You gotta talk to me nice. You gotta talk to me nice.
You sending money tomorrow?
Yeah. You got some money coming tomorrow.
I can't wait. I've been patient, real patient.
And y'all have.
I don't care what y'all talking about. I fuck with AB. That nigga said, you gotta talk to me nice. The numbers in my account have changed. I bust out laughing when I heard him say that. Adrian Brown is such a fool. That nigga said, the numbers in my account have changed. You gotta talk to me nice. Shout out AB, man. Shout out to AB. Yes, thank you, Ray. I know that's what he said when he said "Supi mi pinga." I said, I don't know what that means. Ryan is crazy, but no. All right, so let's get into it, y'all. What do we think? Do we think that this is correct? What Eddie said, no power or chin is gonna be had at 147 for Conor Benn. Do we think that Eddie is on to something with that? Because we saw what happened with the Eubanks fight, right? When Conor Benn, for the second fight, basically, Conor Benn called all the shots. Do we think, obviously Ryan is the A side, and he's going down to 147. Now, you see how nobody questioned that? You see how there was no negotiation for that, right? It's just Ryan's the A side. We're gonna basically bend the knee to whatever DAZN, Golden Boy, and Ryan needs done. Y'all see that, right? Oh, we're gonna talk about some Zuffa shit, but I'm just setting the table. Y'all see that, right? We're gonna basically do whatever we need to do to get this fight, because this is a big fight for our platform, although we are going to share it with DAZN. Because that's essentially what it is that they are doing. And we're going to get into that. But I'm asking y'all, right? Like, do you see how they basically had to acquiesce to everything that was required of them, right? It's going to be on both platforms, DAZN as well as Paramount. How many people have Paramount? Honestly. You understand what I'm saying? How many people have Paramount? Seriously. The weight class 147, which is Ryan's weight class that he campaigns in as of now, where he is the champion. You know what I'm saying? So, and then it's like, what's gonna happen if Conor Benn wins? You know what I'm saying? Which brings me to this weird little post that I saw. And let me move these comments and let me move my thing so y'all can really see it, right? So basically it says the world championship for Ryan Garcia versus Benn. However, if y'all notice, what's missing from this image is the belt. That belt is missing from this image. The reason that the belt is missing from this image is because they're not sure it's going to be on the line. They may just be fighting for a whole nother belt, that Zuffa belt or something of that nature. They may create one, but they're not sure that that WBC belt is going to be on the line. Yeah, he was big at but Ryan, he just looks big to me in general. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? But I'm trying to make a point here, right? Like, so for all of Dana's shit talking, for all of the stuff that they bring up, they look like they're making a lot of goddamn concessions to make this fight happen. And that's only because Zuffa is not as big as some of y'all would like to pretend that it is, or would like to at least think that it is, right? Like, so for Dana White, this is a big deal for him. This is a chance for him to get a big fight on his platform, because we all know that Richardson Hitchens fight and that Edgar Berlanga fight is not really going to do it. Okay? People like to say they're taking over the market, but that machine is in overdrive. The reality doesn't match the PR, if you ask me. We're looking at a lot of empty arenas, manufactured storylines, and matchmaking that basically crumbles the second you put it under some sort of scrutiny. The business numbers are not supporting the bravado that they're trying to present to us. Okay, if you're going to claim that you're changing the game, you have to actually change it. Not just buy more ads and tell us how revolutionary you are and you know you changing things for the better and this is how things are going to look going forward, because that's not definitely what's happening. It's like it looks like you're trying to force feed us some BS. But just listen to how he tries to explain.
We've done is shaking up the sport so far. That's my job.
Well, obviously you're doing it well, but also to your point about shifting the boxing landscape, you've done that. But with that said, PBC just went over to the zone, and now all the original promotional companies are over there. What do you think that says about what you're doing now, that all of those guys who never wanted to work with each other are now hopping over there?
I say that would answer the question you asked me right when I walked over there. How are you shaking up the sport of boxing? That's the answer to your question. And if you look at our distribution, the guys who come over and fight in Zuffa Boxing, the entire world can watch them fight.
100%.
Which is just as important, if not more important, than the actual money.
Now, can you explain one thing to me? Because I'm a little unclear on it. For example, with Shakur, right? I know the fights, like some of those big names, they're fighting also still on the zone. Is it like a collaborative thing between Paramount and the zone for some of those fights, like Ben versus Ryan, or is it just exclusive?
It is for this fight. Yeah, because Garcia still has 2 fights with De La Hoya and with the zone. So, what this shows is everything can be worked out 100%. If you want to make a fight.
Look, you got to put personal aside. This is business.
Yeah, so people keep asking me, well, what about this belt? And what about that belt? And what if this happens? What if that happens? As we continue to move along, you're seeing all these different people that could be involved, networks and whatever it might be, and we still get the deals done. I'd say
So basically what Dana's trying to say is, as long as I bend the knee or, put some Vaseline on my knees and get down there, these fights can be done, right? He has to do what DAZN, Golden Boy, and basically they say. That's just what it is. Ryan Garcia is a Golden Boy fighter, and he is a DAZN fighter. He has one or two more fights left with them, and then he's free to do whatever the hell he wants. But while he is still under contract with them, oh baby, you will be fighting on DAZN. Y'all can do y'all little streaming, y'all want to steal cable, baby, and put it on your little platform on Paramount. Do your thug thizzle. But that fight will be shown on DAZN because he is a Golden Boy fighter. And that's just what it is. So for everybody who says, oh, Zuffa's taking over, they ain't taking over shit without nobody's permission. You can't do nothing without our permission. I don't know how many times or how many different ways people have to let y'all know that these things just will not happen without the cooperation of the sanctioning bodies and without the cooperation of the other boxing promoters that are involved. Whether you want to involve them or not, you are trying to contract their fighters to fight one of your no-name brand, off-brand fighters, which I'm gonna break that down in a second. You have to go through me. I don't know how many of y'all used to watch the Dave Chappelle show. Y'all remember Whack Honors? You got to go through me. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. You got to go through me. That's how Oscar picked up the phone when Dana White broke down and finally called him. He probably looking at his ringer like, nigga, you got to go through me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, call me, because that's what it is. And aircraft carriers, stop playing in my face. I don't give a good goddamn about these belts, just like I don't give a good goddamn about this fight because nobody asked for this tied low fight. Okay, my point is the guys that you are trying to entice to come over there, they care about their belts. Now, everybody's not at the point of their career like Shakur where they don't care about legacy anymore, because that's what he's throwing away when he goes over there to fight under Zuffa. They don't care about legacy when they go over there. They're strictly chasing the bag because there is no legacy under the Zuffa umbrella. Be very clear. There is no legacy under the Zuffa umbrella. So when you go over there, you're strictly fighting for money. Eddie Hearn told y'all that. It ain't just me. Eddie Hearn told y'all that a while ago. You know what I'm saying? He could be the mandatory, but will he get that belt after that? And yes, it's F the belts and all of that shit. But guess what? A lot of these guys, they still have that mentality where it's like, oh, I'm going to get a belt. I'm going to get this. So other than just fighting this guy because he's good competition, which is what mother cares about, what else are you going to fight him for? Yeah, Conor Benn is maybe his mandatory. How the hell he got there, I don't know. Fighting a Regis Pro great, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? And aircraft is trolling Crush, so you can just ignore him because I don't know what type of time he on tonight. But we're not gonna deal with him. We're gonna move right on along. Let's listen to Richardson Hitchens try to give Dana White some praise. Face. We're gonna listen to Richardson Hitchens trying to give Dana White some praise. Let's listen to this phony shit right here.
It felt great, you know. It felt like it felt great, you know. It felt like a dream come true being back at home at MSG with Dana White being my promoter. I feel like this is a long time coming, you know. Dana, when we first met, the first thing he told me that, you know, obviously he showed his interest in how much he believed in me and making sure that by the time in this whole journey that by the time in New York City, I won't need no reservation to go anywhere. That was the exact words he said to me, and that showed me how much he believed in me and just trying to take my career to the furthest level I can. So it starts July 26th, and I think the building's gonna be crazy. We got my brother Edgar Belango on the card with me, and I'm gonna start it off, and he gonna end it.
So a few things, right? The first thing is this. I'm not even kidding right now. I'm starting to get annoyed. It's 55 people in here, and it's 38 likes. Stop playing with me. Get my likes up. Okay? More of y'all done jumped in the chat. Hit the damn like button. Why is that so difficult? That's free. The information over here, the videos, everything is free. If y'all choose to donate, that's what y'all do. I don't every 5 minutes ask y'all for donate. I don't do none of that. But if you're going to be here, hit my like button. That's the only thing that's required. Some of y'all, man, I don't know what's going on. This is not the EBT line, honey. Hit the damn like button. Subscribe to the channel. Donate, Jab Queen Boxing. But at the very least, smash the like button. Anyway, as y'all heard, Richardson Hitchens and his delirium, right? Because he is delirious. He suffers from the same shit that Jao Opataya suffers from. Okay? I have a pipe dream. Because how exactly do you expect Dana White to take your career to the next level? There is no legacy under the Zuffa umbrella. That belt means absolutely nothing. I don't give a damn about that. My main issue is the fact with my beef with Richardson Hitchens, and I'm gonna just be honest, I felt like he had a couple more cards to play before he went over there to shoot his career down, right? Like we all know that the Zuffa is where most careers goes to die. We heard Usyk yesterday say that he might go over there. There's a couple of guys that's like, you can go over there. And speaking of guys that go over there, I want to be clear about something, right? Because I hear a lot of y'all and I see a lot of y'all in other chats. I don't say nothing. I just let y'all do y'all thing, right? But I peep y'all. When they go over there, y'all for whatever reason think that strengthens Zuffa Boxing. It does not, right? The niggas that go over there are niggas who already don't have no commercial value, right? Like we're not losing stars as y'all think, right? Like what is the commercial value of a Shakur Stevenson? I'll wait. What is the commercial value of a Richardson Hitchenson? I'll wait. What is the commercial value of an Edgar Berlanga? I will wait. No disrespect to Jalil Hack. What is the commercial value of these guys that run over to Zuffa? They don't have any. So what exactly is traditional boxing losing by these guys going over there? Yes, they may have a little bit of a name, but guess what? They're all B-sides. All of them. Every last one of them. So what exactly are we losing by a Rayo going over there? Or like I said, a Berlanga going over, even though Richardson Hitchens, and I know a lot of y'all love Shakur. What are we really missing? He wasn't fighting no damn body anyway. He wasn't fighting none of the people that we expected him to fight or wanted him to fight. So what are we really losing by him going over there? The only person losing is him. He's losing himself, first of all. And then he's losing potential big fights that he could have been in if he had a little hair on his chest, right? Because all the names that you called out are still over here. And then yesterday or the day before yesterday, we find out that you had the opportunity to sign directly with the zone and you didn't do that. So that lets me know not only do you not want big fights, you don't want to be put in big fights, you are actively doing everything you can to strategically avoid them. But yet I'm supposed to believe that you really like that. Why? What have you done to show mother that you are really like that? I don't care what comes out of your mouth. I care how you move, because that shows me who you really are. But I digress. Moving right along. Anyway. Who the hell said that? We finna put somebody walk him to his car. Somebody walk FaZe to his car, please. He must be intoxicated. Walk FaZe to his car, somebody. Come on, I miss Shakur. What the hell you miss about him? What you miss about him? His hand orthopedic? What you miss about him? Child, please. Moving right the hell along. I mean, I ain't got no time for this foolishness. Y'all got a lot going on that mother is 100% uninterested in. But since we on the subject of being uninterested, we might as well just continue with this nigga Vergil Ortiz. Now, I don't know how many of y'all had the opportunity to watch his little tired interview earlier, but it took everything in me not to throw my damn cell phone at my laptop. Ciao. We finna get into this nigga. Here we go. Y'all buckle up, because we're going for a ride.
All right, the biggest story outside the ring this week has been the resolution of the differences between Vergil Ortiz and Golden Boy Promotions. The two sides issued a statement this week that effectively said they are ready to get back to work, which includes potentially making the hotly anticipated fight between Vergil and Jaron Boots Ennis. Vergil Ortiz joining me now to discuss all that. So big picture, Vergil, how are you feeling now that this has all been resolved?
I'm very happy, actually. You know, it's I've been away from the ring for too long. I've been in the gym, but you know, it's not the same. It's not the same just doing regular maintenance and get ready for a fight. You know what I mean? So I'm very excited to get back into the ring and start sparring again and just get back into my zone, you know?
So tell me kind of what the last few months have been like for you. I mean, we know you were inching towards a deal to fight Boots in the spring. It seemed like things were getting close. Then everything on your end kind of falls apart. Like, what were these last few months like?
It just kind of feels like Groundhog Day, you know, wake up, go to the gym, and then just kind of like, all right, now what? You know what I mean? I was just kind of in limbo. And but not hopeless. That was the thing. You know, I knew things were gonna eventually work out. So I just kept faith, you know, in my promoters, in my managers, my coach, my dad, you know, I knew that it was all gonna work out.
Things did seem to get kind of personal there for a while between Oscar and your manager, Rick Meridian, between Oscar and your father, even between Oscar and I guess you to a certain degree. Have you been able to kind of put all that aside? Do you feel like that's in the rearview mirror now?
You know, it's boxing's a business, right? So I feel like I'm not sure how to answer that one, so let's leave that one out. You know what I mean? Let's leave that one out.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, you are back. You are still undefeated. You are still a star. What do you want to do next?
Man, I just want the best fights, no matter who it is. Jaron, Ennis, Fundora, anyone with the belt. You know, there's really not anyone in the top 10 that I haven't fought or that I haven't tried to fight. You know, at this point, you know, people just need to take the fights, you know, and a lot of people want to say, how come you haven't tried this route? You know, just because I'm not calling people out on social media like everyone else does doesn't mean I'm telling my manager, hey, let's make this fight. That doesn't mean I'm not talking to the WBC like, hey, how come we haven't made this fight happen yet? You know what I mean? Like we've done our part, you know. I'm not a very vocal guy. Well, I'm starting to be because I feel like I have to be.
Cap. All cap, no fact. Let me say something about Vergil Ortiz. For first of all, let me tell y'all what I believe, right? And I can't prove it, obviously, because I just can't prove it. I don't believe for one goddamn second that this lawsuit was real. I don't believe for one second that there was real animosity between him and his promoter. And you want to know why Jab Queen does not believe that? Because if you look at the history of Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy, if Oscar De La Hoya sued a nigga via Canelo, via Ryan, via whoever, Oscar De La Hoya is going to damn sure make sure he gets something out of it. Do you understand me? Him and Canelo parted ways on some controversy shit. What happened when Ryan Garcia, when Ryan Garcia was suspended and Ryan tried to go overseas to fight that damn kickboxer or whoever the hell he was that he was trying to fight? What did Oscar say? Nigga, get your ass over here. And guess what? We heard about it, right? We read about it, right? Because Oscar made sure he got something out of it. So you mean to tell me you and Oscar went to war? Y'all went to battle. You, Oscar, Rick Meridian with his big nose self. Y'all mean to tell me y'all was in there squabbling up and ain't nobody come out with nothing? Come on, B. Y'all must think Jab Queen a damn fool. Y'all must think I am damn stupid. If y'all mean to tell me don't nobody have nothing going on with that, nothing at all, ain't nothing happened with that. You serious?
You mean to tell me out of all your motherfuckers in here, don't nobody know jack shit?
That's what y'all trying to tell me. So nothing happened. You can't tell me what happened in that situation because guess what? Ain't nothing happened. That's why. That was all smoke and mirrors. Okay? Fraudulent. Let's continue.
Were you seeing it in the third round of that fight?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What holes did you see in Boots?
You know, a lot of Jaron Ennis' fans made it seem like he was this guy, that guy that, I don't know, superior defense. But we've seen him get touched by fighters that can't really punch. And I knew it was only a matter of time before he would get touched and we would see something. The only thing that we hadn't seen was how he would react. And based off what I saw, was not very good on his end. And I just think that's something that I can effectively capitalize on.
Do you think Xander missed some opportunities there in that third round?
I think Xander did what he could. And I think that he worked well with what he did. Because look, Jaron is still, you know, he's still defensively, you know, capable of making people miss shots regardless of if he was hurt or not. So I think Xander did what he could. But if that was me instead of Xander, you know, I would have stopped him in that third round.
You mentioned Fundora. You are the interim WBC 154-pound champion. Fundora is the full champion. He was recently ordered to face Romal Hadrabaj. Now, I don't pretend to understand how sanctioning bodies work and how they decide what mandatories to order and when, but it would seem that you are ahead of Romal on those rankings there. What is your message to the WBC about your availability to fight Fundora as early as this fall?
Well, we already called Mauricio Solomon, and we've asked for this fight before. We asked for it when in person when we met with Golden Boy. We were on the phone side by side with Golden Boy with Mauricio, and we asked for the fight. I am also not going to pretend I know how it works either, because I thought that if you had the interim, you were next in line. So, I mean, I'm just as confused as everybody else.
When you talked to Mauricio about that, what was his response?
I'm going to be honest, I didn't even really understand it, because and it's not I don't know whose fault it is. Is it my fault? Am I just dumb? Or you know what I mean? Like, I just don't get it.
Mother can answer that for you, baby. Yes, you are dumb, because Mother understands. I'm pretty sure half my goddamn chat understands. Nigga, stop playing games, bro. Let me tell you something, and we're going to take it all the way back, because I'm tired of playing with Vergil Ortiz. I'm tired of him, his manager, and Golden Boy trying to paint this picture as if Jaron Ennis is ducking this nigga. We're going to take it all the way back, right? We're going to take it back to before he caught the little whatever he had with his weight loss and all that other kind of crap there, where he talking about something, I can't make the weight no more. I can't do it. I just can't do it. We're going to take it all the way back to there, right? So while Mother was doing her research, Mother found this video from 2023.
But anyway, Crawford have no fight next. The time frame is almost over. Will be due now, and then probably the championship committee will order Crawford to face Rocha as a mandatory challenger, because Vergil refused to fight him twice. I don't know why. Vergil Ortiz, excuse me. Vergil Ortiz refused him to fight. Vergil was my friend from South Dakota.
Just to confirm, you're saying Vergil Ortiz refused to fight Crawford 2 times?
Yeah, we offered the fight twice here.
Wow.
So y'all heard that, right? He was offered to fight Crawford twice. Declined it, right? Okay, cool. That's how you moving. Bam. This is also 2023. De La Hoya didn't want him to fight Merchadaliev. Hold on, where is this at? Bakram. Boom. He does not think that fight was right for him. At the time, if I'm not mistaken, Bakram was a champion. All this talk about you being an interim and you thought that meant you could fight the champions. Nigga, you never wanted to fight no champion. You've been an interim champion for 2+ years, my dog. Why you ain't ever pushed to be a whole champion, a full champion? You have the opportunity to fight Bakram. You have the opportunity to fight Fundora. You have the opportunity to fight all the champions. We've seen what he did with Xander. You tried to big dog Xander, right? You tried to make it as if Xander had to acquiesce to everything you requested when you are the interim. No, you do what they say, not the other way around. You do what they ask. If you really want that opportunity, but you never took it, did you? You never pressed the issue, nigga. You never pressed the envelope, nigga. Stop playing with me.
Not really. I mean, look, I'll be honest with you. Like, I'm not trying to be negative about the fight. You've heard me talk about the fight for a year and how great a fight it was, and it still is. Like, there's nothing's changed in that respect. The only thing that's changed is Boots Ennis has become unified world champion, and there can be no doubt at the way that his star has risen in that process, right? So he was taking the smaller side of the piece last time. He was going to be the B side. He agreed to everything that they wanted to get that opportunity. So you imagine how he feels now he's king of the castle. And we're not looking to, like, rub anyone's nose in it or say ha ha. But like, this has to be reflected. So what does Boots Ennis want to do now? He wants to unify. He wants to win the other belts. He wants to fight Josh Kelly and Fundora. He has absolutely no problem fighting Vergil Ortiz. As I said in the interviews yesterday, yesterday's price is not today's price, and that's not trying to be arrogant. That's just fact. And we had a call with DAZN today, and you know, DAZN are my partners, but my principal job is to represent Jaron Ennis. And I'm saying to DAZN, if you want that fight, like that fight now is twice as big as it was before Boots beat Zayas. Right? It's now for the Unified World Championship. Boots' star's gone through the roof. The narrative, me, Oscar, what's the deal? Right? Tell us what the money is. And I'll go to Jaron and I'll say we got Josh Kelly, we got Fundora, or we got Vergil Ortiz. The biggest money fight is Vergil Ortiz. Right? The legacy comes with the belts, and Boots wants legacy, he also wants money, but legacy is very important to him. So I don't rule out that fight at all. One thing's for sure, it ain't close at all at the moment. But we have no problem making the fight.
I'll tell you something about a nigga in a witness protection. Excuse me, a nigga in a witness protection program. When you have built what you consider to be a star, right? Which is the boat that Oscar is in currently, right? He's the only one that you have that probably hasn't taken a loss, because you did Cepeda, you did Ryan, and you still got, I ain't forget about Schofield, y'all still in some sort of bubble, right? But to continue to run around here talking about you want smoke when that is not the damn case, bro. So you duck Crawford, you duck Martizaliev. Let's see who else you duck. Besides you ducking Jaron Boots Ennis, you have the opportunity as the interim to try to press the issue, right? So you can press the champion. A champion can't press you. That's how this works. But you never pressed the issue. Not once, bro. You've been an interim champion for 2+ damn years. When have you ever tried to fight an actual champion? You talk that shit, but is you really about that shit? That's the real question. Let's listen to him lie some more.
The reason that the fight hasn't happened is simply because they haven't taken the fight.
You know, Eddie Hearn said this week that the deal that was agreed to prior to Boots' most recent fight is now no longer the deal that's in play. Effectively, Vergil, what he's saying is that there need to be concessions on your sides that you would be willing to make to get this deal done.
I mean, I want the fight to happen. You know, that's kind of more of a manager question. You know what I mean? They just ask me if I want to fight. I say, yeah. They work out the numbers. But, you know, I'm in the ring in the gym, in the ring too, obviously. That's my job.
What did you think of Boots' win over Xander Zayas?
He took him out of there like he was supposed to. Yeah.
You're smiling. Come on, give me. I know you got something else in there that you kind of want to get out.
I do. I mean, I got him. I got him.
Based on what you saw in that fight, and what you've seen prior, of course, too, but like what you saw in that fight, that showed you something?
It proved something. It didn't really show me something. It just, I always knew it, but, you know, just seeing it, you know, I got him.
Were you seeing it in the third round of that fight?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What holes did you see in Boots?
You know, a lot of Jaron Ennis' fans made it seem like he was this guy, that guy that, I don't know, superior defense. But we've seen him get touched by fighters that can't really punch. And I knew it was only a matter of time before he would get touched and we would see something. The only thing that we hadn't seen was how he would react. And based off what I saw, was not very good on his end. And I just think that's something that I can effectively capitalize on.
All right, yo. Listen to me. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. I'm not gonna play games. You said that you saw something that you can capitalize on, right? Which tells me that you had to wait for somebody to make Jaron Boots Ennis look human before you decided to grow the balls to get in there with him. That's what that says to me. I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong, but I don't think I am, right? So for me, it all boils down to, what do we see? Aircraft Carrier says that Jaron Boots Ennis versus Vergil Ortiz is a 50-50 fight. I want to know what y'all see, right? I want to know what y'all think about this particular matchup. Do y'all think that Boots Ennis should circumvent real champions, niggas who put it on the line to become champions? Or should he go after this interim ass nigga, right? Because like Eddie said, yesterday's price is not today's price. I am a unified champion at this particular point. I fought a nigga that you decided also not to fight. Let's not forget that. You had the opportunity to fight us both and you declined. Okay? You have a history of declining real champions, and you are comfortable with being an interim champion. Nobody's not saying he's not a good fighter, Aircraft. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is him and Golden Boy are extremely selective in the ops that they want to fight. Right? It seems to me as if you are comfortable being an interim champion. How you think that you can call shots from an interim point of view is really ridiculous to me. Right? The fact that you really think that you are in the driver's seat with a nigga that has 2 belts is wild to me. It's wild to me. I don't understand it. How do you expect Jaron Boots Ennis to give you all that shit you acquiesced to before? Because I was reading, they wanted to do the gloves, they wanted 50, they wanted all of this shit to fight Jaron Boots Ennis, but you're supposed to be the 154 boogeyman, right, Vergil? You supposed to be that nigga, right, Vergil? Do I have to play again the fact that you ducked Bud Crawford? The fact that you ducked Bachram? Huh? Because that's what you did. You ducked all these niggas. Let me see what this is.
You know Canelo very well. Right now in the ring,
Oh no, we already talked about that. But I'm talking about when he's talking about the Jaron Boots Ennis fight and the Vergil Ortiz fight. Vergil Ortiz said he sees something in Jaron Boots Ennis based off of round 3 of the Xander Zayas fight. Y'all niggas let me know what y'all see. Because it's obvious to me that him, Golden Boy, and Rick Meridian, I told you I can't stand him. He is so messy, always on Instagram talking trash, acting like, and I get it, right? Like, that's your fighter. You're supposed to act like he's the biggest and the baddest thing. But let's be honest. Vergil Ortiz is he's a good fighter. Yes, he is. I ain't gonna shit on him. He is a very good fighter. But you never press the issue with any champion. There's a reason for that, y'all. There's a reason for that. Y'all have to pay attention. There is a reason he never pressed the issue to be a full champ. Listen to how this nigga talks.
Were you seeing it in the 3rd round of that fight?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What holes did you see in Boots?
You know, a lot of Jaron Ennis' fans made it seem like he was this guy, that I don't know, superior defense. But we've seen him get touched by fighters that can't really punch. And I knew it was only a matter of time before he would get touched and we would see something. The only thing that we hadn't seen was how he would react. And based off what I saw, was not very good on his end. And I just think that's something that I can effectively capitalize on.
Do you think Xander missed some opportunities there in that 3rd round?
I think Xander did what he could, and I think that he worked well with what he did. Because look, Jaron is still, he's still defensively, capable of making people miss shots regardless of if he was hurt or not. So I think Xander did what he could. But if that was me instead of Xander, I would have stopped him in that third round.
You mentioned Fundora. You are the interim WBC 154-pound champion. Fundora is the full champion. He was recently ordered to face Romal Hadrabaj. Now, I don't pretend to understand how sanctioning bodies work and how they decide what mandatories to order and when, but it would seem that you are ahead of Romal on those rankings there. What is your message to the WBC about your availability to fight Fundora as early as this fall?
Well, we already called Mauricio Solomon, and we've asked for this fight before. We asked for it when in person when we met with Golden Boy. We were on the phone side by side with Golden Boy with Mauricio, and we asked for the fight. I am also not going to pretend I know how it works either, because I thought that if you had the interim, you were next in line. So, I mean, I'm just as confused as everybody else.
When you talked to Mauricio about that, what was his response?
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even really understand it, because and it's not necessarily, I don't know whose fault it is. Is it my fault? Am I just dumb? Or you know what I mean? Like, I just don't get it.
Yes, to answer your question, Virgil, yes. Because that makes absolutely no sense. Hey, yo, it's 65 people here, yo. There's no reason my likes should still be at 54. Let's get them likes up. The link is in the chat if y'all want to come up and pop some shit. We've covered quite a bit tonight. Let me tell y'all something. The last issue that we're going to cover, we're going to talk about a little bit about EJ, because he does have a fight next week. Obviously, this is 3 years off the couch. I am concerned. I know y'all like, damn, Jab Queen, why are you so worried about EJ? Because I am. Vergil Ortiz, listen, I done already told y'all this nigga is trash can juice. Y'all can do what y'all will with those clips and everything else. Me personally, I don't believe him. I don't believe that he actively wants to fight a champion. He's had 2 years as the interim champ to do so. He's never pressed the issue with any of the champions. As a matter of fact, he turned down fights with champions. He tried to big dog champions, things of that nature. So I'm not really sure why people look at him as such a boogeyman. And aircraft carrier, I see you. You say that's a 50-50 fight. That's your opinion. And you're welcome to it, baby. I wish that you would click the link one day and kind of break that down to me, how you see that fight. But it's okay. Me personally, I just don't share your opinion. I'm not sure that it's such a 50-50 fight that everybody thinks it is. I think that Vergil Ortiz has stayed away from real champions for a reason. Is he good? Yes. But let's be honest, Erickson Lubin, he been washed. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain thing. We've seen him knock down. We've seen him struggle with Majima. We've just seen certain flaws in Vergil Ortiz's game, and that's not to disrespect him or discount him in any fashion. So I don't want anybody to get it effed up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to disrespect him. What I'm trying to convey is the fact that he's harping on this third round between Xander Zayas and Jaron Boots Ennis, when in fact we've seen you down. We've never seen Boots down. I haven't. You understand what I'm saying? So I just don't. He has a certain facade around him that a lot of people put. I'm not sure why. You know what I'm saying? Listen. And this is the situation that we incur. Right? And that's your feelings and that's your business. But I personally, I don't believe anybody's Superman. I just don't. I don't know. Well, Cash, you know, if you wasn't head of security, I'd tell somebody to walk you to your car right now. But what do you do when your head of security is crazy? You have to have somebody walk you to your car. Lord help us. But no, I'm serious, guys. Okay, we're gonna move on past. We're gonna move on past Virgil because I know Virgil is full of shit, and I just don't have the time or the mental capacity to deal with him. We know that he is just yeah. Thank you. Who is that? Because I can't see your full name. Let me move this right quick, and then I can scroll up and thank you, Mark, baby. Yes, it is. It is 100% crazy. But look it up because he has never. He has never. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know. Cash, I'm gonna ignore the hell out of your first comment be concerned my kids. First of all, I don't have plural, baby. Mother got one. Only one nigga been that lucky in his life. But the point that I'm trying to make is this. Vergil Ortiz is a lying ass nigga. I don't believe you want real big fights. You try to go into every situation, as if you are the big dog in those situations when you're not. You really have no chips, no cards to play whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like at the end of the day, you really not him. And that's why you got to kiss the ring. Oh, I'm sorry, Cash. My bad, baby. You really have to kiss the ring. You know what I'm saying? This is why you have to, I'm not saying beg for that fight, but guess what? I'm a unified champion now, nigga. I didn't have to fight you. I will, but I don't have to. Cash, you I love me some Cash. I think he insane, but I love me some Cash. I ain't gonna lie. All right, let's get to it then. Since everybody's talking about that, let's get to it. Right? He looked like he in a Get Out movie. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. We're not gonna do that there. We're gonna be 100% honest tonight, and we are just gonna talk facts. Okay? Let's do it. Link is there. If anybody got a dispute, I'm just gonna talk. This is just my honest feelings, and don't come up here trying to bite mother. Errol Spence changed the weight class, right? 158 to 160. Boom, boom, pow. Cool. Tim Tszyu, he's fine with that. He's comfortable with that. He says he wants to fight the best version of Errol Spence. Tim Tszyu has also made changes within his camp, right? He changed his trainer to 4 times Hall of Fame. I think it's James or Jim Finesse. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, whatever. But he also has made changes at the last hour. When I say last hour, I just mean that it's close to fighting time. So things are like, okay, we expect them to be one way. Now that this way, we have to adjust, right? So it just appears as if Tim Tszyu is game, right? We are not talking about Errol Spence in 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. We are talking about Errol Spence in 2026, guys. So I need y'all to stop talking with your heart and start talking with your mind, and just hear me out, right? Hear my questions out. Don't bite me. Hear me out. How do we think his foot movement's going to be? How do we think his head movement's going to be? How do we think his reaction time is, his timing? What do we think about his timing? His footwork, his head work, his resistance. What do we think about these things? We have to be honest, guys. I just want to be. Hey, Mr. Shelton.
Hold on, let me go outside. It's loud in here. Did you say that Tim Tszyu got Jeff Finnick in his corner?
Huh?
Did you say Jeff Finnick?
Yes, Finnick. Yes.
Yeah, Jeff Finnick. He's a Hall of Famer. Yeah, Jeff Finnick was a hell of a fighter.
Yeah. Four-time champion. He just changed him this week.
I don't know if he's gonna help out in 1 week. I don't know about 1 week. Jeff Finnick is hell of a fighter. Yeah. I still think Errol gonna get beaten like a rented mule. We'll see.
Oh my God! So you're saying that EJ is gonna get his ass whooped?
Yeah, viciously. Been out of the ring too long.
Okay.
Been out of the ring too long.
Viciously.
Yeah, because Errol don't know how to quit. Errol's a tough dude. Errol gonna keep coming.
Okay. What are you basing that on? Are you basing that just on his last fight?
I'm basing that on the fact that he's been sitting on the couch for 3 years.
Okay.
That's what I'm basing it on.
Well,
I haven't seen people come back from that. Not normal people. All the people that I saw come back from that from over 3 years off were abnormal. I don't think Errol's abnormal.
So do you think that it's just gonna? Because I gotta ask, is it gonna be a skill gap? Is it just gonna be the fact that he's been more active and he's younger, or what do you think?
I think it's gonna be the age and the fact that Errol won't. I don't believe Errol will have the stamina because he hasn't been doing it. Hitting the bag, running, whatever you do in the gym, that's one thing. But you got to control your breathing. When you're in a fight, you're getting hit. The other dude's hitting you. You know what I mean? It's a whole lot going on. And Errol been away from it for so long. Just for him to jump right back in and get on a horse like that against this guy. I know this guy lost a couple fights, but this guy is not no slouch. So I just don't see him beating this guy.
Okay, well, Cash says nigga flew out a windstorm, came back and whooped Danny Garcia. What do you have to say about that?
Danny Garcia ain't shit and was never shit. So.
Oh my goodness! Okay. All right. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Danny Garcia lost every major fight he had at 147. Did he not? Every big fight he had at 47, he lost.
Mr. Shelton, you have people upset with you, honey. If you can read the
You
chat.
think I care? I do not care.
No.
One bit.
That's why I love you, because you like me. I don't give a fuck. But I'm just saying, people are saying that you have to give EJ a chance. That Tim Tszyu is not all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look,
so
EJ on the 25th of July, he has every opportunity to shut me up and prove me wrong.
Yes, he does.
I just don't think he can do it.
Okay. Well, BW says, I think stamina will be an issue, but Tim ain't he ain't quiet as a, what did he say? He ain't quick as a cat himself. He has to take some real punches himself, but everyone has an option.
Hey, you know what the beauty of boxing is, Jack Queen?
Okay.
We're going to fucking find out.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us are going to be right, and some of us are going to be dead fucking wrong.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, listen. Okay, let's break it down. Let's break it all the way down. So, what do you think about his mental going over there? What do you think about him training now with Ronnie Shields? What do you think about? I know you see him hitting the pads and all of that stuff. What do you think about that? You don't think any of that will play an impact on fight night? That
dude said, "This may be my last fight." That dude said, okay, "I'm already thinking about where I'm going on vacation after this fight." He said that a month before the fight. You already lost, bro. You're not even focused. You're thinking about other stuff. Hey, I'm finna order my food. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Lord of mercy. Well, y'all heard Mr. Shelton. Mr. Shelton doesn't think that EJ stands a chance in hell. He thinks that Tim Tszyu activity will give him the edge over EJ. And I know a lot of y'all are huge EJ fans, and I know that some of y'all think that it's big fish all day. But are we thinking with our hearts or our minds, right? Because this is important factors to consider. How will his stamina be? Mr. Shelton ain't wrong. He rigid, but he's not wrong. How will his stamina be? Right? How will his reaction be? How will his punch resistant be? How will his footwork, his head work? How will things like that be? Tim Tszyu is a nigga that's all over you. Let's be honest. Tim Tszyu is an all over you type of fighter. So what do we really expect from EJ next week? I know y'all expect 2017, 2018 EJ, but it's 2026, baby. What do y'all really expect to gain from seeing him back in the ring? And I'm going to reserve judgment because honestly, I just want to see. I have to see it. You know, I'm one of those people, I got to see what's going on. Okay. Cash says Tim going to be right there to be hit. Okay. So does that mean EJ will too? Or what? I see a lot of comments.
Jab, I'm back.
Okay, baby. I was asking the chat, what do they think about your comments? Because I actually kind of a lot of what you said, I'm feeling that, right? Like, what is he gonna look like on fight night? How will his stamina be? How will his resistance to punches be? How will his footwork be? How will his head movement be? I want to see how will his timing be. I want to see all of that. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna need all of that because you gotta remember this guy knows, even though Errol been on the couch for 3 years, this is the biggest fight of Tim Tszyu's career. This fight right here.
Yeah.
And it's at home. In front of his home crowd. He gonna be coming. Tim is gonna be coming.
Well,
So
Aircraft Carrier says no man has ever beaten Tim Tszyu in Australia.
Well, there's a first time for everything, but hey, there's probably a reason why nobody ever beat him in Australia. Probably a reason. And now here's the question for you, Jab. Here's the question for you. If the fight is close in Australia, will he get the nod?
I'm gonna say no, but you know what? I might say yeah. You want to know why? Because Australians, they're not like Americans. They love their fighters even if they lose.
Yeah, but then if that is the case,
hold on. Fanboy killer. What you mean Spence has never KO'd a Fedora? Are you trying to say that Tim Tszyu is like a Fedora? Because I don't believe that. I don't believe that, baby. I just don't. BW says, how will Tim punch resistance be? That's a very valid question. EJ never lost in Australia either. Okay.
has EJ ever fought in Australia?
Well, Kell Brook, where did he fight Kell Brook?
He fought Kell Brook in England, Manchester, England.
Okay. All right. Hold on. We got Arnie Boxing popping. What's up, baby? Hold on. Let me get you right. We got Arnie Boxing in the building.
Come on, stop it. How you doing?
What's up, my man?
Give me your take, baby. What is your take on the situation?
It is interesting. I mean,
it is.
I am. First of all, let me ask you: is Stephen Fulton going to fight?
Yes, Stephen Fulton is on.
He got over there. Yeah,
he made his way to Australia. Yes, he did.
Awesome, because that's actually the fight that I am. Well, for a different reason that I'm most looking forward to. I think that's going to be entertaining because Liam Wilson is a tough guy, but more on that later. I want to touch a little bit on Spence and Tim Tszyu, if I may. Shelton, I love you, but let's be honest here. The only thing that's making this remotely interesting is the inactivity, right? Like
I didn't. Hold on, Ani.
Yeah.
I didn't see your comment, baby. Fanboy, put it again, baby. I'm so sorry. I didn't see it. The chat is moving fast, baby. Please put it again. But go ahead, Ani.
Yeah, I think considering everything, Tim Tszyu is a great opponent selection for Errol Spence. For many reasons, he's been put through the ringer with Bakram, Fundora, and so on, but mainly his style. He can crack a little bit. His best win is an old Tony Harrison. If Errol Spence can just be 80% of what he was, he's gonna massacre Tim Tszyu. Because he's right there, his head is right there to be hit. He doesn't have footwork worth speaking of. He has next to no head movement whatsoever. I know he's training with Jeff Fenech and all that, but you can't really make that much improvements in a few months. I think it's been with him from April, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that.
I don't know if that was that recent, because I thought that he was still with back in April. But so Fanboy says Tim Tszyu beat Harrison and Mendoza. Those are good wins. Harrison beat Jamel and Mendoza KO'd Fundora.
You want to talk about the people that Errol Spence beat? Really?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, bro.
But let me ask you this, Ernie. Let me ask you this: is Errol Spence, as a fighter, on the level of, let's say, a Sugar Ray Leonard? Because I've seen him come back for a 3-year layoff.
On the level of a Sugar Ray Leonard, that's a very unfair question, man.
I'm just talking about the guys I've seen do it. I don't think Errol's on the level of any of the guys that I've seen come back after 3 years and be successful. That's all I'm saying.
Well, being successful I think you're asking beyond this fight, right? Like, you're really asking, like, can he make a run? Like, I think.
No, I'm talking about, can he win this fight? Can he come back off a 3-year layoff and win this fight? I don't care what happens after this fight. Can he win this one?
Against this particular opponent, I do believe he can. He doesn't have to be exactly the Errol Spence that fought, Kell Brook or Sean Porter or, fill in the blank, right? Mikey, Danny, whoever you want to name, right? He doesn't have to be that guy. Tim Tszyu is not that complicated, and I'm not saying that he's trash, but stylistically speaking, he doesn't present, like, if you're preparing for Tim Tszyu, you don't have too many things to worry about, man. Let's be honest here. Would you agree with that, or?
Oh yeah, he's one-dimensional as shit. Yeah, you're right. He's one-dimensional.
Like, I would have felt much better if he would have done what Keith Thurman did, which is fight a tune-up. I know that he got the no tune-up, commandment or whatever. If there's ever a time to, make an exception, it's this time. But I am cool with the opponent selection. Now, there's a flip side to all of that. Like, if you lose to this guy, it's definitely over. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a flip side to it. Like, yeah, you ain't got too much to worry about. He ain't no Terrence Bud Crawford, that's for damn sure. But if you look bad against this guy, then where are we going from here? Nowhere. So,
one more question before Jab gets on you. What about this may be my last fight, and I'm already thinking about where I'm going on vacation?
I know, man. I know, yeah, you're right about that, but I don't know, man. I just listen. Feel free to say that I'm speaking from the heart or whatever. I'm not the biggest Errol Spence fan. I love the guy, but I just don't think that man, unless he is like completely like out of it, I think he should pull it off, man. And I agree with Jab Queen. I mean, if it's remotely close, he's probably not going to get the decision, and that's probably going to be a problem. But I don't see this fight going. What is it? 10 rounds? Is it 12 or how many rounds is this? I haven't.
I think it's a 12-round fight because it's a main event.
Let me see. I think it may be 10, but it might be 12.
Salute, Jab Queen. Salute, OG Shelly.
Hey, Banda, baby. Hey, Banda, baby.
Oh, it is 12.
I'm sorry, Jab Queen. I'm sorry, Jab Queen. I'm gonna apologize. You know what I mean? While I'm still in your good graces.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna call EJ out for ducking the whole 154 division to officially go up to 60 because he's seen that young boy put on that performance against Zayas.
When
Boy, we gonna talk about this. Somebody that was his mandatory whooped Zayas' ass. And now instead of him going to the catch weight where he could have went back or forth, you want to just completely go out of the whole division. You want to just go up.
Well, it appears as if he can't make 154.
Can he not, or is that just what he putting out there?
He can't make that weight.
No,
come on,
he can't make it.
All right.
Hey, band up.
Mm-hmm.
Why you trying to get that boy to? He can't get down to 154 no more, man. Come on,
Bands
man.
up, you got a lot of nerve because first of all, let me tell you something. Your man is on camera.
The fighter of the year?
To fight David Benavidez. No, that nigga. He's on camera talking about he didn't want to fight Benavidez at 168 when he just fought Canelo at 168. So what is that?
Man, look, Jab Queen. No matter what Terrence says now, they both in the past have said they don't want to fight each other. So that's a fan fight. That's a people that just want to see Terrence.
No fan fight.
Yes, it is. I entertain the bullshit because that's realistic. But come on now, bro. Come on now.
I want to hear that.
Jab Queen. You know what that was? That was smart not to fight David Benavidez. That was smart.
Why?
No, he could beat David.
Who are we talking about?
Terrence Bud Crawford. He can get David out of there.
Ballsy claim, bro.
Yeah, he'll get David. He'll get David for sure. But Jab Queen, I really enjoyed your show, Jab Queen. You know, I was making
Did I just hear somebody say he would beat David Benavidez?
Oh, absolutely.
Face said that, yeah.
Hey, what Floyd?
Face said some crazy things today. Face said something. Face is over there on Cam J. Face over there on Cam J. Talk about the Oakland Raiders.
Absolutely. But Jab Queen, like I said, you know, I always love your show. Always come, but you know, I was requesting one thing, and you didn't give it to me. I was requesting one thing.
What is it, nigga? What was you requesting?
You have to ask me what it was. I'm waiting on you to ask me.
I just said, what was you requesting?
Oh, I couldn't hear you. I wanted you to post that picture of Terrence Bud Crawford with LeBron James and Jay-Z.
Nah, bro. Hey, no. You got to get it right, Face. She would only post it if he had a picture with Victor Conti out there.
No, I wanted to see that. I wanted you to post it on your show, Jab Queen. I wanted you to post it.
You notice, man. Ain't nobody talked about the fighter of the year more than 2 minutes. When he gets something, but let him come out. Let that boy come out and say something. Let him tweet something the wrong way. We're gonna have a whole hour panel. We're gonna have a whole hour cookout on Bud, and all the Bud fans got to answer questions then.
Don't call him Kendrick Lamar no more.
3-time SB winner, you did.
Hey, you gotta post that picture. You gotta
shout out to Bud. He won his ESPYs. He did. They gave him Fight of the Year ESPY award. He beat out Clarissa Shields. He beat out that UFC nigga. He beat out Gabby Pandora. So shout out to Bud.
You did it.
I can't stand him. I have to do it. Listen, the facts are the facts. One thing I'm always report is the facts. I can't stand this nigga. I think his feet thinking he don't know Jesus. But one thing I will never take away from that nigga is the fact that he could fight. He won his ESPYs. Give it up for Bud Crawford. That's just what it is.
Give a clap.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The great Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford there. And you know what I mean? As far as his fans go, you know what I mean? We just there. We glad we was there to report a ride. Thank you, Bud, for always shining. You know what I mean? When the lights get to shining, you shine the brightest. You did. Thank you for that.
That's enough. That's enough, band up. We done with that.
No, because you know, because take it from.
We
Jab
done with
Queen,
that.
Jab
We
Queen,
done with
Jab
that,
Queen.
Vanda.
We can be
Vanda,
done.
I'm gonna put you off of here.
Don't do it.
Off of here. We done with that. We done with that. We done with that.
Jab,
question. Hey,
Jab, can
Vanda,
I just
let me
say
ask
one
you
more
this.
thing? Can I please say one thing? It's not bad.
nigga?
It ain't bad.
What
Thank
is
you
it? What is
for, you know what I mean? Because hey, I'm a nigga that ain't been a boxing fan no more than 10 years. You did. So thank you for having an event, Israel Majimov in California, where I was able to meet the great Jaron Ennis twice, not once, but twice that day. And I got a picture with him, and that's on my page right here. You know what I mean? When you see that, that's me and Boots. So I thank, you know what I mean? I thank, you know what I mean? Thank you for that. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be more fights on 10.
Nobody
But that was a
cares.
great first fight.
No,
And let me tell
nobody
you this,
cares.
Band Up.
Nobody cares.
Real quick, Band Up.
Nobody
Yesterday I
cares.
was going to Walmart and stuff, and I was in the sports section and I seen some Everlast
Nigga, what
gloves.
was you doing in the sports section?
I was in the sports section. I seen some Everlast gloves, and you know who I thought about?
Child, please.
Terrence Bud Crawford.
First thing, you know what I mean? If you're a real boxing fan, that's one of the first names that's gonna pop into your head when you see anything to do with boxing.
Child, please. Child, please. Child, please.
But
I got a
hey,
question for you guys.
irony. I wanted to ask you, man, about Andy Cruz, man. Hey, that dude got power at 135, man. It's
He going
sneaky
to
power.
130 though. He going to 130.
Hold on. Speaking of that, I'm about to say Andy Cruz is moving down to 130. Why he's doing that, I have no fucking clue. But he is moving down to 130, everybody. So get prepared.
I mean, I want to see him against Gary Russell or Ray Ford or someone like that, because I don't think he's gonna get a title shot right away.
I think he kicks those dudes. I think he beats them dudes up.
I think Russell gonna be real interesting, man. But I got a question for you guys in regarding Fulton and Liam Wilson, because something tells me that that's gonna be. Something tells me that. Okay, so I'm thinking, okay, Fulton got more skills. He got obviously former champion, way better resume, but he's coming off of that shock fight. And Liam Wilson is one of those B- fighters that can be a tough customer. You know, Navarrete will tell you that, and Valdez will tell you that. Do you guys think it's gonna be a hell of a fight, or do you guys see like a 12-0 type of performance for
Nah,
Fulton?
hell no. It ain't gonna be no 12-0 kind of performance. I was actually gonna get into that. I don't know, because I don't feel like Stephen Fulton is as disciplined as he needs to be. We will see in this next fight. His last fight, he showed us he can't make weight after moving up in weight. He's just not disciplined, bro. So we're gonna see.
Yeah.
But you would think after his loss to NUA, he would be more disciplined, but he's not, in my opinion.
He does have those Figueroa wins, you know, and especially with what Figueroa did to Nick Ball, those wins have aged like fine wine. But he did leave a lot to be desired against Shock. But yeah, I agree with you.
But hold on, Thomas Hill, what's up, Pop? What's popping, Thomas? How you doing, baby?
Man, you know,
Thomas Hill in the building, the governor.
You know why he came up.
Hey, no, why did I come up? But you know what? Since you made the first comment first, let me go on and do things the right way. Shout out to Jab Queen Boxing, the president of these Mickey Freaky YouTube streets. Everybody, I approve that message. Shout out to my Puerto Rican Neekin, Inner Irony Boxing. Shout out to my main man, Band Up, the Seattle champ. Shout out to FaZe, the great, a.k.a. the hate. Hey, man, my man FaZe, my man Cash said you should have popped them damn gloves on and seen if you can extend your hand up to see if it was possible, dog.
Bud got them strong hands, so he can fit them gloves.
Hey, man, I'm just saying, bro. See if this is possible. But all I gotta say is, man, it's good to be up here with you good people, my esteemed colleagues. What's good?
Oh yeah, man. Hey, man, just another one like the other one, man. Watching this boxing, man. Hey, the zone is on fire, man. I seen all them fights
really
coming up.
Is. So
they finna have fights.
Let me ask you, Thomas, what did you think of last night's fights, particularly the Diego Pacheco fight, the Andy Cruz fight, if you watched it, obviously, and what do you think is next for Diego Pacheco? Who do you think is next up for him to really prove himself? Because in my opinion, he still needs that step up fight.
I agree with you. I think the person was there for a showcase fight, and I think he had the opportunity to really truly showcase himself, but he fell short. Now he actually ended up getting a stoppage, but I think it was more by attrition, not just because this person ain't supposed to be in here. Let me get him out of here. And he was with somebody in the ring that should not have been in there with him, especially if he's of that level and that caliber that they try to make him out to be. I was gonna say purport him to be, but try to make him out to be. So, like, I think he is another one who's been strategically moved. I think that it's time for him, high time for him to get into a fight where, it will challenge him. It doesn't have to be a title fight, but something that will signify, okay, this is something that I need to put on my map to get him on the title bout request. Because right now it's just like he's just a glorified boxer right now. Just getting much press for not putting out that much action to me. He does a very good job of boxing. He just don't have that killer instinct. And, he should have had him out of there earlier. Now, Andy Cruz, my take. I thought Andy Cruz beat Moritaja. And, I think that Andy Cruz debunked the narrative that the boxer will always beat the puncher. Because in that fight, Moritaja was definitely the puncher. Andy Cruz was definitely the boxer. He outboxed that man and still lost that fight. He lost that fight because that man, Moritaja, is where the money truly was. And, he was on the come up trying to get an opportunity. And he didn't seal a deal by fully just separating himself, but he did beat him, in my opinion. He just couldn't get the victory. And that shows you that the money truly is where the fighter's decisions were won in those moments like that. But it also showed that the boxer don't always beat the puncher, especially if the puncher is where the money is at. And I thought he won. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I agree with Hannibal. Oh my God, I can't believe I just said that. But I agree with Hannibal. Them silk pajamas will kill a weak mind easily, and that's 100% true. If you're not as hungry anymore, you know what I'm saying. And this is why, honestly, I worry about certain fighters come back. Mayweather, you know what I'm saying? He has a couple of fights lined up. Where it just appears that he's going through the motions. But when you in there, it's a whole nother story. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But let me get your takes on Vergil Ortiz and we can wrap it up and get on up out of here. What do you think about Vergil Ortiz and what he's saying now about the champions and how he's been trying to fight them, air quotations? What do you think about that whole situation?
Oh, that question was directed to me. I'm sorry.
Yes. I'm sorry. Yes.
Oh, one more time. Could you please repeat that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure. What do you think about Vergil Ortiz? His whole situation with the champions and how he appears as if he does not want to really fight them, but he wants it to look like he wants to fight them. He's had the opportunity for over 2 years to press the issue with champions because he is the interim, but he has not.
Yeah, well, if I was talking like that about Pacheco, it's to the nth degree with Vergil. Vergil actually is a celebrated fighter for going to court to duck a fight with Jaron Ennis. The biggest fight of his career, the only fight that I think can give him the dynamic that will give him his biggest payday. And that man went out there to go have a court case so he could have an opportunity to possibly fight other folks and not fight the man that quote unquote ducked him, not fight the man that went to his ring in his state, in his hometown, and told him, I'm going to whoop your tail for what your daddy was saying and for what your corner was saying. The same fighter that said, you know what, in this moment, I didn't start the duck talk, but you want to know what really is my dream fight? Errol Spence, who had not been in the ring for like a couple of years, who the last time was in the ring, didn't look like he should have been in the ring. So like, he had a chance to fight. Was it Pacheco here? No. It was my man that just fought Boots. Damn, I can't think of it. No. The one that just saw
Jaron?
boots.
Oh, Xander?
Xander,
Yeah.
He had a chance to fight Xander and pulled out of that fight as well too.
Yeah.
And Xander was a champion. So my man ain't looking for no Mickey Fricky wreck. He ain't looking for no smoke. He and Oscar ain't going at each other's throats. The Mickey Frickies is in unison. Oscar done said 4 of his fighters ain't supposed to be fighting at this time. Them niggas really put a litigious coup just so they can get out of that damn Boots fight. And if I was Boots, I would not fight him. So his only hope now would to be either fight the dude out of town or fight Fundor. And I think the dude out of town is probably his best option if he want a belt, because Fundor, I think, gonna sleep his ass. I don't think he
You
really
talking about
likes
Josh Kelly? You talking about Josh Kelly?
Yeah. Josh Kelly.
Can I say something about that?
Of course.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh, well, if you want me to say something. I was done, bro. You know I always acquiesce, dog, but I'm gonna shout my man Hannibal out, because when it ain't got nothing to do with the PBC or Tank Davis, that nigga actually say some stuff that could be true. Shout out to the Silk Sheets.
Go ahead, Arnie, because we're going to shut it down, baby. Go ahead.
I think Vergil, if he is serious about making a run, and that's a big if, he got really 2 options, in my opinion, because I don't think he's gonna get, nor he should get, a title shot right now. I think he should fight either one of these 2 champions that I don't believe have a fight lined up. One of them is Bakram and the other is Abbas Barrow. Those are his 2 real options, and those are 2 pretty, dangerous fights, especially Bakram, in my opinion. But if he's serious, like if he beats one of those, because Bakram, I don't think he lost to Josh Kelly, but whatever. And Abbas, gave Sander a hell of a fight, not for nothing, So those are the 2 names that he should go after if he really wants to, make a run at a belt and stop, playing around, in my opinion.
I'll say this about Vergil Ortiz. Oscar De La Hoya and the WBC got a great relationship. Last time we looked at the rankings, Vergil was number 1 for the WBC, the Fundora belt. And it's like, Oscar got all these fights lined up with the WBC. He had all his fighters, holding those straps at some point. There's no reason why Oscar can't make a call, Vergil can't make a call. They're just capping. Oscar got a great relationship with that guy, and he can make that fight immediately. But they don't want to fight Fundora. I don't think they want to fight Fundora, but I think they definitely could if that's what they really wanted.
So I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna shut it right on down. Aircraft. So your comment says, how Vergil ducking Boots, but y'all don't want Boots to give him a title shot. It makes no sense. So we're not necessarily talking about the here and now. We're talking about the situations that occurred previously, right? Because Boots is up right now, which he was at 147, but right now at 154, he just got up on his last fight, right, with 2 belts. So prior to that, Vergil Ortiz had the opportunity to fight him, and I'm sure you know that, right? This whole Golden Boy routine, this whole we're in legal disputes and all this other type of foolishness that I don't personally believe took place, right? Because nobody got anything out of that. And we all know that Oscar De La Hoya, he gonna get his money, or he gonna get something out of a situation that he spends money to get out of. So just to point that out, like I just don't feel like it was genuine. I feel like it was all staged. I feel like it was done to prevent that fight because Oscar didn't really want that fight. Now, whether Vergil Ortiz wanted that fight, because these fighters, no, I don't believe that all of them are ducking each other, although I do believe some of them are selective once they get a little bag and they feel comfortable. But I personally feel like Oscar did this to prevent another loss. Because don't forget, Oscar took a loss with Ryan. Oscar took a loss with Zepeda. He did not want to take another loss with Vergil Ortiz. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't know. Me personally, I do feel like that was a situation that never had to take it that far. And I feel like it was fraudulent to begin with. You know, but Aircraft, yes, okay, if he could beat him, fight him. Who is Vergil? What does Vergil bring to the table? Besides what some of y'all consider a good name, because who has he really beaten? We can go into that.
It's the following that he has. It's the following that he has, you know. That's basically it. It's smoke and mirrors.
So if my man Irony is saying this, then it gotta be true. Let me just say this, man. Boots, unfortunately, has been blessed with the association tag that many other fighters who get constantly hated upon and have to justify themselves by other fighters who don't have to justify themselves in light and fashion get. There's nothing that Vergil has done. That nigga's been a glorified prospect. Nothing more, nothing less. That Mickey Friggy has not fought any damn champions. I think it's not held any damn belts. This Mickey Friggy has just been someone who should be a champion and has been thought to be of champion caliber. But when he's had the opportunity to make championship fights, the Mickey Friggy tucked tail and ran. Carrier know this, Ish. Michael Jordan used to give niggas buckets, and I'm going to say it like this so he can understand, because I know he can understand. He used to go to a certain crowd, and there used to be a nigga with glasses, a white cat, in the back, always heckling his name. That nigga was Ficker. That's all my man Carrier ever be doing up in here. He be heckling fools. He's a Ficker. And you know, he know damn well that Boots gonna give him the sunny side up treatment when he get up in that ring. He gonna scramble his ass like eggs, and that's for sure. Oscar know it, Vergil know it, his daddy know it, damn, his whole corner know it, the whole damn state of Houston now know it, or wherever the hell they fought when he went in there and he said, look, I'm gonna whoop you for what they been saying. And he said, you know what, my dream fight has always been Errol Spence. No, nigga, your dream fight is right in front of you. Make the fight.
Well, that ain't his dream fight, but we understand that. But anybody got anything else? I'm getting ready to shut it down. So, Paige, you got anything? Irony, you got anything, baby?
I don't think so. I appreciate you for sure. Great show.
Of course.
Salute.
Hey, shout out to the Seattle champion. He ain't said nothing when I was up there, man. I got to give him respect always, man. Because
it's all good. I'm listening to Thomas. I heard you say something about Vergil and his ducking ass.
Hey, yeah. See, even Van Up know it. And Van Up got no damn dog in the race. But I'm going to say, shout out to my man Irony Boxing. He need to put his link up in there. Y'all need to sub up, man. Support that great brother, man. He talks more than just boxing. He talks all the sports. He's a fan. Shout out to Ty Drake for, I'm sorry, I keep saying the government. Shout out to Jab Cream Boxing, the one who hit you with more than just a jab and knock you out up in these sheets. The president herself. Shout out my man FaZe the Great, a.k.a. The Hate. Shout out to all that, and shout out to my man Robert Ficker, aka Aircraft Carrier. Y'all be
with. God bless you, bro. Always good to see you. Appreciate you, Queen. God bless you too.
Of course, baby.
Hopefully, I'll see you soon. Peace.
Of course, absolutely. So, y'all, thank y'all so much for pulling up. I appreciate y'all. I know Mother do not go live on Sundays, baby, but we had to get up in here because I had to talk about Vergil. This nigga is out of control. Stay tuned for a video. Alicia Baumgartner, she was at an event and she spoke a little bit about the Clarissa Shields and her lawsuits. I don't do a lot of those videos because honestly, I don't get into the mess. I do cover boxing, women's boxing, if they in the ring and stuff. I try to stay out of their little foolishness, but baby, listen, if it affects you in the ring, Mother gonna talk about it. So look out for that video. I will be just basically going over what she said, what is to come, based off the repercussions of being attacked by a wild bald-headed bear. So we will definitely see. Vergil Ortiz, I find him full of 100% cap. I don't believe he really wants to fight any champion. But listen, we shall see. Nothing is talked out. Nothing is, 100% gone. And we will definitely see. Okay, Irony. So Irony Boxing said that he will be live tomorrow. Y'all make sure y'all pull up on his channel. Make sure y'all show him some love. Outside of that, honey, baby, listen, it is the next morning, baby, and mother has got to go. But I appreciate everybody for pulling up. Check the videos, check the live streams. Outside of that, baby, catch me on a panel. I am gone.